If you're afraid that when you let go of your desires, you're gonna be given up or be further away from your end result, it is not going to happen. This is not what detachment is. I felt this way when I was so attached to my goal, and it felt like death to even think about letting go of my desires, letting go of that result. And so I couldn't. I kept attached for a long time without even knowing it. On a conscious level, I would always say, I'm detached. I'm not seeking the end result. Like, I'm really comfortable with the process and I love it. And yeah, I was tricking myself into thinking this way, but on a deeper level, on a subconscious level, I was still attached to it so bad. And that's why that attachment created more resistance and pushed my goals away, months and years away. And it took me years to discover that deep inside I was still attached to it because I was afraid to confront that I was still attached to it. So in this video, I want to share what kind of mindset helped me detach from my desires without actually detaching from my dreams. And hopefully by the end of this video, you will feel closer to your desires as if you've already done it, get it, have it, be it, and start living from the end. I love this topic so much because living in the end is always the core in manifesting the version of ourselves that has achieved all our goals and living in the desired reality. This is exactly the reason why it is so difficult to stay in the end, because life doesn't reflect the end, not yet. So it is really easy for the mind and our nervous system to go back to the old story. The story where we feel in lack, unworthy, like a failure, hopeless, helpless, that story where you are a victim. But most importantly, the story about not being enough, aka not being worthy of. Most of the time, we are attached to the end result because we need validation. Finally, we are worthy of it, or we achieved it. Yes, we are enough. We are enough. We've done enough and everything is just fine, finally. We need that external validation because in our inner worlds, there is an empty space. So if we are trying to manifest from this place to validate that belief, which we don't have yet, which we don't believe yet without seeing the proof in the 3D, it means we are coming from a frequency of lack, because I still believe that I'm not enough yet. So I need to see the 3D to change and affirm that I am enough. That's why we are attached to the result. So you see, there are 3 basic key points here when it comes to manifesting your desired reality. First, feeling enough and deserving. Second, detaching from the outcome because you already know you deserve it and reality sucks, but it's not about you. It doesn't prove anything about you. It is only a matter of reflection from your past and it's gonna change. So you will keep patience, right? And third, you keep living in the end. And that third one is only possible if you seriously detach from the outcome, because if not, your mind tricks you into thinking that whatever happens, you're in danger, you're gonna die, you're not gonna survive. This reality sucks and you're unworthy, you're a failure, you're never gonna get it, bada. It tricks you into thinking the worst case scenario so that you go back to the safe zone. You were not using any energy to change your reality, change your thinking, change your feelings, regulate your nervous system. You were not doing any work. And it was so easy, so comfortable for your body. So your mind is really trying to protect you from any danger. And it's okay. At one point, we are all trying to survive. But the thing is, despite the reality, the matter is not survival. The matter is to thrive. Yeah. And to thrive, you need to detach from the outcome. And your nervous system should be regulated, and your subconscious should be wired to believe that you are enough. You don't need to chase after it. You don't need to earn it because you already have it, right? You already deserve it. It's all interconnected, and I love this. The reason why I was not able to detach from my desires was because deep down I didn't really believe that I was deserving it, that eventually I was meant for it and it was going to come and I didn't need to chase it. So instead, I was trying to earn it. I was trying to prove myself, to show the universe that I am worthy of it. Give it to me. I deserve it. You see, I've proved myself. So I was stuck in that loop of not being enough, not being detached, and not living in the end. Because whatever happened in the 3D hit my self-confidence, my belief system, the belief that I'm enough and deserving so bad. So bad that I couldn't recover for a couple days at least back in the cycle again. To heal those parts and to live in the end and try to regulate my nervous system. I know how it goes and it sucks. So I will give you now what helped me detach from my desires, letting them go peacefully and stopping chasing or proving or earning them. First of all, I think it's safe to say that detachment has a kind of feeling. And that feeling is not feeling the need for your desires, not needing it. You know, when you're hungry, you need the food. That's the feeling. But when you are full already and you're in the groceries, you don't feel that need anymore. You just buy because tomorrow you want to cook broccolis, but you don't buy out of need. You are buying out of alignment. You are buying out of wholeness. That's the two separate, completely different frequency to start with. And that feeling translates into the idea, the thinking pattern of I'm okay with it, I'm okay without it. And that idea translates into taking action or making choices as if it already happened, as if you are already in that reality. So let me go back to the example. If you're in the supermarket and you're already full, you're only gonna buy what is necessary. You're not gonna buy from that craving. And I know you know that feeling, right? If you go to supermarket with an empty stomach, you always pay more because everything looks more delicious and you crave them so much. So it's the same thing here. Your actions are now different. You don't buy twice, you only buy one of each. Or you don't buy everything you see, everything looks delicious, but you only buy what you need. And finally, all these feelings, thoughts, and actions actually translate into the core belief that I am enough, I am whole, I am complete. Because if I'm full, there is no gap in my stomach, there is no lack, there is no missing pieces. It's already full. I am whole. I am complete. And so this belief is about my self-concept again. Everything translates into your self-concept. On a scale, there is your self-concept and there is the 3D. And what I said until this far simply means your self-concept should be in a place that is so strong that nothing in the 3D, let me say, nothing you see in the shelves could make a change in your feelings or emotions, cannot have control over your feelings, actions, or thoughts. So giving that power to something in the outside, something in the 3D, if somebody doesn't return to your calls, or if you don't get that promotion, or if you get billed by unnecessary things, and if it dictates how you feel, think, and act, then it means you're still attached to the 3D. You still have the need for validation because deep down you feel you're not enough yet. You know what's the magical trick or skill you might have in manifesting your desires? It's self-mastery. Mastering yourself, your emotions, your feelings, actions, so that your self-concept is never diminished, is never taken a hit by what's going on in the 3D. And so I'm going to give you 3 manifestations of a strong self-concept. We mentioned detachment is the thinking that I am good with it, I'm good without it. What it actually means is that whether it happens or not, it doesn't take anything from me. If it doesn't, and if it does, it doesn't elevate me beyond who I already am. Because I am me everywhere, in every version, in every timeline. I'm already whole, I'm already enough, I'm always gonna be this person. Success, money, love, relationships, they can't change me. They can't turn me into a better person, a better version. No, I am already that version. I am already in that mindset. I'm already feeling that. Living, thinking, feeling from the end is basically this. Having that self-concept, whether it happens or not, it doesn't make any changes to who you are, especially about the beliefs about yourself. And second, the feeling of not needing it, it's something like numb, but not really. It's really about being indifferent, and it's a form of sovereignty. It's simply freedom, emotional freedom. And that's what happens when you stop outsourcing your emotional state. It's the next step of what we just talked about. If it happens, I'm not euphoric. If it doesn't, I'm not devastated. Because I know better is being prepared. And life is always abundant. I am always protected. So why would I be feeling devastated that something that didn't happen in the way I expected? There is no other explanation than the fact that I still don't believe in the universe supporting me, giving me a better version, giving me a better reality, realigning my direction, realigning my path. Again, if you're not being supported, then it's the feeling that you're not enough to be supported. And third of all, when it comes to action, to simplify this part, because it's a little complicated, I'm going to ask you a question that I ask to my clients. When they say they have a desire, I ask them, what you're going to do differently when you have your desired reality. They usually tell me that they have nothing to do differently. It's going to be the same, like going to work, coming back home, and doing the same usual daily stuff. And there is a problem with that. If you do nothing differently, then you're not being a different version of you. If you're not being a different version of you, then you're still being this version of you, which hasn't got it, because there's a reason for not having it yet. So if you don't leave your old identity, you're never gonna get it. And let me tell you this, if you wouldn't do anything differently, even after manifesting it, then what you're chasing is not the thing itself, it's the feeling that it will give you. And that's ego. It wants to feel more confident, worthy, more powerful. And it needs reality to prove that you're enough. But this tells me something deeper. You still believe that you're not whole. You are still waiting external conditions to activate your highest version. But let me tell you this. After you manifest your desired reality, this version of you is going to be feeling more naturally drawn to the things that helps her sustain the desired reality. Could be making the right choices, healthy choices, investing in your relationship, taking aligned actions in your business, expanding your consciousness about love and money and abundance, because that version of you who already achieved what you desire is taking aligned actions and taking different actions. If it wasn't, then you would already have it. Remember from the example about the supermarket, the full version of you makes different choices, and the hungry version of you makes completely different choices. And there is a reason for that. Hear me when I say this. Stop looking for proof and instead work on your core belief about being worthy, deserving, and enough, because that belief will automatically result in the right aligned thinking, feeling, and acting. And those feelings, thoughts, or actions are not gonna be dependent on the 3D, because you will already feel enough. So you will be detached and you will need no validation, you will need no proof, you will be content within yourself, and you will be a master of yourself to regulate your nervous system and your subconscious mind if something doesn't feel right. If you feel sort of resistance, it means you have doubt. And if you have doubt, it means you have disbelief. So you go and do the work, but it will do the work for you. If you need help manifesting your desired reality in a feminine, powerful way, then don't forget to check out my links below. I've prepared a magnetic feminine portal for you to tap into your feminine divine power and your highest version, your highest feminine version. So I love you so much. I appreciate you being here, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel so that in the next video I'll see you here again. Bye.